There we go. It'll take just a minute. Your name's Marcel.
Correct.
Can I call you that?
Yeah, Marcel.
Okay. Hey everyone, I'm here tonight with Marcel, Off Access FPV, and I am going to kind of jump right in. Please check his channel because you're going to be amazed at everything that Marcel does. I mean, I was so shocked. So we're going to start with talking with Marcel about his channel and what he's doing and where he wants to go and all that kind of good stuff that we normally do. And then at 8 o'clock, Furball is going to come on and talk FPV. So he's going to just lead that for about a half hour. And then at 8:30, I believe that Paul Murray's going to come on and chat with me about some of the regulatory stuff that is happening. And if we don't get to that, then Paul and I would just chat about what he's eating. I think that is a lot of times what we do. Hey, Edge, how you doing? Okay, so don't forget to hit the like. Oh, hey, AZ Drone, Edge, which is Sean is in. He's a fellow Idahoan.
Yeah,
and then we have Drone Shots and Carpenter Rick in the house and Capture Life Connection. Hi. So guys, I went into his videos today. You know, I do my research because I thought I'm just going to take a little look and see what's going on. And I'm going to tell you, I was actually shocked. I was looking at his channel thinking, holy heck, what does this guy not do? And I mean, when he does stuff, he does it well. And I got to tell you, I was amazed. So I'm going to kind of jump into that. I want to go back to your channel real quick. And nicely, Kim has put it in there. So you guys have a link to that channel. So make sure you go and look at it. But I went into your very first video. You know, I always do that to everyone. So let me do that right now.
Very first.
Yeah, the very first. Well, at least the first on this channel, I'll say that. And it was called Drone One. And I think that as I was looking at it, it's more like a movie. But I noticed it was at an old skate park, and I should have put that together with what was really what some of your hobbies were. But this was a very well put together video.
Thank you.
And so do you mind if I show it?
Yeah, of course. Go right ahead.
Okay, so let me stop it right now. So we just
try to remember which one it is.
Yes. So guys, hold on. I am going to share. Now, while I'm sharing, it means I'm not really seeing the chat. So Kim, can you please make sure you mod that really well for me?
Oh, I remember this one.
Yeah. Yep.
Me and my good friend Dion Scott went for a hike in Vancouver here, in the North Shore.
Yeah. So I'm just going to play some of it because this one's in a forest, well, in a park maybe. And I just thought, are you kidding me? That is gorgeous. And the way you did it. How long have you been editing videos up to this point?
I started editing videos around the time GoPro started coming out with cameras, action cameras. So I think that was probably around 2010 or 11 or something like that, maybe a little bit earlier, 2008 or 9 or something, maybe, when GoPro first came out with the action camera.
So you're with is this the Spark, right?
This is the Spark. Yeah, I'm only seeing 5:04 p.m. on there. Not seeing the video. Just return the meeting and the schedule.
Okay. Okay, I did it wrong. Sorry, guys. As I'm watching it, enjoying it, nobody else is. Okay, hold on. Okay. I did it wrong. I am actually just, okay. There we go. There we go. And that should have played that. Are you seeing it now?
Yes.
Okay. So you all are up on the rock.
Correct. Yeah, that's Quarry Rock up in North Vancouver in Deep Cove, if everyone wants to check out that on Google Map. It's a nice lookout point. But this was like, I think the first week I got my Spark. So
Oh, was it?
yeah.
Okay, you're flying that very well, by the way.
A lot of the controls is hands free on the Spark. So you can set it up to do like right now it's just doing what's called like a spiral on like one of the settings. So it's kind of hands free on some on aspects. When you see it jerking around like that, that's definitely me flying it. But when it's really smooth, it's kind of almost doing it itself, which is kind of nice. Gets those really nice pan shots and everything.
It really did. So I'm going to go back in here real quick. Let me go back to my chat. Let me see. Hey, love my drones. Ed. Yes, I have many blonde moments. Hey, Night Train. How you doing?
Ain't nobody perfect in this world.
Oh, well, certainly not me. That's for sure. Hey, Carpenter Rick. So okay, so you were mostly using the very things they have on the Spark, like going around things and
Gestures, I think they call it.
wow. Okay, because that was wonderful. The way you did that was really well.
Thank you.
And then, hey, not blind now. Then I was going through some of the other things, and I saw it as I know it was like a headshot or something, right? It talked to, and you went through all the different films you've been in.
Yeah, I've been working in the film industry here in Vancouver for the last 5 years. So I do a lot of background acting, which is kind of the extra in the background. Sometimes they're featured, sometimes, you know, it's just a shadow in the background at a party or something. But sometimes I get the roles that are a dead guy in the bathtub or
I saw that one. I was like, what the hell?
all kinds of different ones. Yeah, I've played, I got really good pay just for having a really big mustache. So before the quarantine, I had a mustache. Now I'm just kind of letting the facial hair grow. But yeah, I've been paid very, very handsomely, I should say, for a nice big mustache that I get to carry around. Shows I can't talk about because they're not released yet, but
yeah, I was looking at all those pictures. Yeah, I'll show the longboard video, Ed. I'll get to that. Don't you worry about that. Because at first, well, I'm getting squirrel moments here. So I saw you've been in a lot of extra. You've been an extra in a lot of movies.
Yeah, for about 5 years.
So how do you do that? Do you just walk up to a film place and say?
So you just get an agent. You can go online, and even in Ontario and Toronto, they have a huge film industry there as well. And it's growing all over Canada now because we have such beautiful areas to film at. But yeah, Vancouver is kind of like the hot spot. So they call it Hollywood North. So there's a lot of productions up here, a lot of big ones. We just finished shooting Sonic the well, I say we, but I wasn't in it. But Sonic the Hedgehog, the new movie, was filmed here. The 100 is filmed here. A lot of big TV shows that you wouldn't think of are all filmed here in Vancouver. Even some Adam Sandler films have been filmed here.
So do you mind if I show that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because I am all over those movies. Hold on, guys. Oh, that wasn't it. Cancel what I'm gonna have. There we go. So let me go into it. Go into, guys, give me just a second because it won't be hard to find.
We have like DC, a lot of the DC franchise here. So like Batwoman, Supergirl, Arrow was filmed here, all that kind of stuff. Supernatural is another big one that's been a long time season show that people watch. I don't really watch.
Okay, I'm looking for it. It's called BG Demo Reel. Okay, guys, it's only in a minute and 36 seconds. But to tell you the truth, I think you're going to enjoy this. And what I was doing while I was watching it, he'll show you where he is, but I was trying to pick out where he was because that's which one he was. And I thought it was just marvelous. Okay, guys, here we go. I won't play the music. Do you see him back there?
That was one of the shows I got paid really handsomely for.
And look how close you're right in it.
Yeah.
Even for being an extra, you're right there.
They call that like a featured role, basically. So the extras get paid about $15 an hour roughly. And then extras that are in the union, like myself, get about $30 to $40 an hour just for a
Oh,
basic role.
wow.
This role
Uh,
right here, I made about 9 grand in 3 days. It was nuts.
was that The Rock?
That was The Rock. Yeah, it finds me dead in Skyscraper. It's
Uh,
actually in the movie. It's in the deleted scenes in the movie.
and you can dance?
Yeah, I mean, I can boogie. That's the best part. Like I just posted in the chat is, every day is different, right? Like you get to play a different character, a different role, doing a different thing, a different name, different haircut, different clothes they give you sometimes, right? So sometimes it's different period pieces. I've played in almost every other
Wow.
era that I've known,
Wow.
and it's kind of cool to be like, yeah, I was at the Apollo 11 launch and the Apollo 13 launch and all these other weird places that these shows have
Wow.
taken place at, right?
Wow. Okay, let me
Fun.
get, there we go. Yeah, I found that fascinating because I had no idea. We have I think another guy used to come into the streams a lot and he played some different parts, right? But he was out east
Right.
in the United States. So yeah, so I thought, oh wow. And so they pick you up quite a bit.
Yeah, so you can just basically research on the internet even and just find an agent or what the Americans call is like a manager, and they pick you up. You just send in your headshots and your specs of who you are and your sizes and stuff, and eventually you get a phone call. And when that phone
Wow.
call turns into work, that work becomes steady enough because you show up and you show the dedication, they're going to call you back. And it was a weird because I applied and then I was kind of into it and I was like, well, whatever. Just kind of ignored the emails for almost like 2 or 3 months when I applied. And then eventually I had nothing to do and no income coming in. And I was like, well, free meal. And it's probably going to be a 14-hour day. So I'm going to make it pretty good money. What the hell? Let's give it a try. And that was on a TV show called Timeless. It was filmed here for the first season and went
Wow.
there. They gave me a fresh haircut, dressed me up and everything like that, and fed me and everything. And I walked away after being there for a half hour just for what they call wardrobe fitting. And my stomach was full. I was paid, and I was booked for another like week continuity doing the same
Wow.
character. So I was like,
Wow.
steady work was already just right there. And you meet the right people and network and stuff, and it's just been crazy since then.
I mean, it's surely so. So a question I have of all the different people in the film industry is not to pull us to any political direction, but is the COVID has definitely had to have had an effect on the calls you're getting. On has everything just halted in that industry altogether?
So right now with the film industry here in Vancouver, I'm not sure about the world as much, but I'm pretty sure because we have a lot of connections with the U.S. in Hollywood down south. Things are pretty much at a halt. There are people in the offices working, but like it's a slow restart again. There are online auditions. So I've been doing what's called an online audition. So you do something like this and you just do a script read with the producer or the casting agent and you go from there. But it becomes definitely a lot more what you can do on camera than you can do in person. So a lot of
Right,
actors find it easier to do it this way because they're not in the room with them and they don't have that panic they usually get sometimes, right? Butterflies or whatever.
right,
You're more on
right.
camera, you don't really think you're actually there with them. You're just, yeah.
Right, right, absolutely. So, so it's kind of made things just the filming part of it kind of stop for right now.
Yeah, there's not much. I mean, there is some filming going on, and it's more about the COVID thing that's going on. There's not really TV shows aren't filming right now. Movies even aren't filming. It's kind of like more like news and like other crap that's being filmed right now for TV.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I was wondering how that worked at this point. There's so many shows that want to come back.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
like, nah,
just
how
think
long
about it
is
in the
that
film
gonna
industry.
take?
It's huge. There's people that it takes to just run one day, which is like maybe 10 minutes of a TV show for that day to run. There's at least 100 to 200 people that aren't actors, that aren't background, that are the people that run the show behind the scenes on that day. And then there's the actors. And sometimes if you're shooting something like the 100 or whatever, I'm going to use an example because I've been on it a lot. There's 100 background or more. So, I mean, that many people and then that much food and that much seating and everybody's crammed into a tent together to do all this stuff, to be educated and be aware of what's going on for the day. So you can't do that right now. You can't.
Right. You can't.
So
You
they
can't.
want to, but they can't.
But I will tell you, it's been pretty, you kind of had me at, you get to eat.
The
I'm
meals are
good at that
amazing.
part. Is it?
Yeah, yeah. Especially Jeff at the end of a season, when the end of a show finishes up, like the last few days or last week,
Mm-hmm.
they spend the rest of their budget on food, right? So
Oh, wow.
yeah, I've had shrimp with steak and all kinds of crazy stuff on some TV
Oh,
shows.
see, I would like that.
Yeah, totally. With pie and cake, you get fat. You definitely get jolly from it. So you got to watch that because that's all you do is you walk the set, you walk back the set, then you sit down for a couple hours, then you go back. You're not really getting any physical activity. You're there for like 14 hours.
Wow.
So
How
anyway,
nice. So, hold on, let me check the chat. Oh, don't worry about the thumbs down, Ed. I can get anywhere from 2 to 5 to more. And I just figure I don't know what to even think about it anymore. What am I to do? I got a whole 5 on Friday.
you know what
Oh,
the thumbs down means? It means they're still watching. Or if
yeah,
they watch, they still know
kind
what's
of
going
like
on.
hold
So
the
it's another
fort.
viewer. Who cares if they don't
Yeah,
like it or not?
I'm going to tell you, I've never heard a bad word about you ever from anyone I know. So I don't know why they would do that.
Meh,
I've never heard anything like that. Don't pay attention to them. Yeah,
I don't pay attention to
yeah,
whatever.
Ed. Who would give you a thumbs down because you have Alfred and he's such a cute kitty cat, right? Oh, I look to see how many views, right, Night Train? Yeah. So I went on and then I saw you're also very into longboarding and you are
Yeah.
into it, but you're into it in a way I didn't realize people were into it. You have something called, was it the push? What did
Oh,
you call
yeah.
it?
So we do Push for the Cure every Thanksgiving long weekend here in Vancouver. And we do, it's almost 400 kilometers. I forget exactly what it is, but it's about 3 days of pushing that we do. We do a certain amount of kilometers, stop at a city, and then go on because it's usually about 50 people. The last few years, it's only been approximately about 10 people, but times are tough and people change and stuff. The hobby is definitely changing as much
Right.
as FPV does. It kind of have its flux and ups and downs where people get into and then they die off a bit and aren't interested as much. Skateboarding has always been like that. But yeah, there's a team of us that do it and been doing it for I think now 14 years. And
So,
Push for the Cure for breast cancer. So yeah.
okay. Okay. So then my question would be then, um, when they're doing that, how old is too old to do that?
Wow. Actually, I could tell you right now, the youngest we've had is 12 years old, and the oldest we had, I think, was 63 or something like that.
So I have
But he was
3
also
more
a skateboarder
years.
that does a lot of downhill, so he was already physically fit enough to do it, more or less.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's nothing extreme because we're not racing, we're not pushing fast, we're just kind of, it's more of a parade than it is anything else. So we're not going fast, we're just keeping a steady pace, and that can be tough.
It looked like you were going fairly fast. So now, do you
Mhm.
mind if I show a video
Yeah, of
of
course.
your
Yeah. You don't have
longboarding?
to ask. Yeah, go right
Which
ahead.
one would you like me to play? Do you have a favorite or can I just pick what I want?
Go ahead. I feel like you have a good judgment call on any of
Okay.
that stuff, but
Okay. So Ed, get ready. I am Okay, let's see what we have
The
here.
newer stuff is more with me in it, where the other stuff is kind of like the older stuff isn't really me. It's more of a. But if you're looking at the push
So,
videos, they're all 360 and they're all not properly put together, so you don't have that 360 view, but you have like the bubble view that you see.
right. So I'm looking. Let's see. I really like those push videos. If I can get it to focus correctly. Hold on just 1 second and let's see. So it was back in October 2019. So would that be more of where you're at? Okay, here we go. Hold on. I'm going to pull it where you're already going down the hill. Hold on. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, guys, are we ready? I just love these. These are just fantastic. Here we go. Let me get the right picture so you're not just seeing us. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So
this is
you're
a
on it
360
now.
camera, but the camera is not proper. Well, yeah, I guess you can drag the camera around.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Nice.
Here we go. Look. So are you holding your camera out there, right?
Yeah, I've got a little pole that comes off the camera.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, there goes somebody. And I like this because I can just go and say, where did he go?
Exactly.
There he is.
There they all are too.
So these
right
are
now,
really
I think
cool.
there's 12 of us, and they're all kind of in a line. Everyone's going different speeds. But I'm just kind of chilling because I'm not wearing any pads, no gloves, and I'm just kind of having fun, right?
So that is a little dangerous, yeah?
I mean, it would be for unexperienced, but I've been skateboarding for almost 20 years.
Oh my
My
gosh.
balance is better than I am walking.
So at first I thought you were on electric skateboards.
No, never. I'm actually not against it, but I'm definitely not for it because it's kind of like taking the exercise out of exercise. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, yes. That makes sense. That makes sense. But I was just like, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you have the maple leaf.
Yeah, so that is our push logo that we have. Basically, it's a maple leaf with a skateboarder pushing with a breast cancer ribbon on the edge of the leaf there. You might be able to see in the yellow.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Designed from the guy who started it originally. If you look up Push for the Cure in YouTube or in Google, you will find a Push for the Cure .net, which is started by 3 or 4 guys actually that pushed all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast, and that's how the Cure started. It was a cross Canada thing, and now we just do the finale in Vancouver, in BC here. I went back to Ontario and started the Ontario Push for the Cure, which is Toronto to Niagara Falls, and the last weekend of September. So that happens every year, the last 9 years.
Oh, well, look at that. How fast do you think you're going at this point?
Probably about 40 or 50. Not that really that fast. It kind of looks fast, but I don't think it's really.
Yeah, I'd already be down rolling, going down the hill.
And that's the best part about BC is the hills don't stop. As you can tell, this is uncut. This is just me going down the hill still.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, if you turn it to the other people flying too, like there's so many instances we're just passing each other. It was just so much fun.
You know, I know.
To the other people flying too, like there's so many instances we're just passing each other.
Yeah, see, I couldn't even see the chat, but here's there. Oh, sorry. Hold on a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
See, I think,
Kilometers.
okay, there we go. I couldn't see the chat, but Ed goes, how fast do you think you're
Yeah.
going? Ed, you and I are thinking alike because that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi, Phantom. Welcome. So, let's see.
The fastest
But
I've
at
ever been
those
on a skateboard
speeds,
stand-up is 110, 115 kilometers an hour. And I also used to race street luge, which is the one where you lay down feet first. I don't have any videos of that on this channel, but on a different channel. Over 125, almost 130 kilometers an hour. But it depends on the location. More straighter runs and stuff for street luge.
So I'm going to tell you what's going on up in the Cape Cod Farm.
What's up, buddy?
I'm so happy to see you. Yeah, I was really surprised because it did look, when I was watching 360 and I was turning it around so I could see every aspect of it, it just looked like you were flying. It would scare me to death.
And that was just a more chill run too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So what other things do you do? Because I know one of the things I saw you doing is you do the frisbee golf. Excuse me, the frisbee golf.
I don't really. I mean, I play frisbee, but I just film a lot of my friends doing other hobbies. Yeah.
Because Ed on there made fun of one of your friends and how he threw the frisbee, right, Ed? I read that.
Nice.
I'm going on you. It may have been the guy who just tossed it out there, but that was
yeah,
that was pretty wonderful too.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me go and see what else. So then I saw that you do fly FPV, and of course your name has FPV in it. So what is your favorite FPV drone then?
My favorite FPV drone that I have?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, my go-to is my 5-inch battle axe. iFlight makes it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been flying that one for a while. I put a ditone stack in that, F405,
Yep.
TBS Unify VTX, True RC all the way, and just fly FR Sky, so an XM Plus inside, and I do Cadex because I love Cadex quality, and so I use the I believe it's the SDR2 or whatever, the Freestyle edition and the Race edition. I use them both on both of my 5 inches. So, and then tattoo.
So you're building your own.
I build all my own stuff, even when I buy pre-made. Like when I bought my first Mobula 7 back in the day, I changed it up.
Yeah, I was watching your Mobula 7 videos, and they were, let's see,
Mobula 6 and a Mobula 7. So my Mobula 6, I pretty much keep stock, but I change it out once in a while because I can't get the Nano 3 camera here all the time. So I just change out the Nano 2 with a different canopy, and the image quality is way better than the Nano 3, but the size and the weight is a little bit different. So it doesn't fly the same, but it's still sweet.
Because I've watched some of yours now. Your Spark videos, of course, are just gorgeous. They are, and I love your lighthouse.
Yeah, the lighthouse was fun.
And because I love lighthouses anyway, they're beautiful. So the Raw Park Run, the DVR Park Run. Hold on, let me go in and let me check it, because one of these, I want to see. I don't. Yeah, it was a Mobula 7. Can I play part of this one?
Yep.
Okay, guys, I am having so much fun. So hold on, let me get in and share. I'm going to say, guys, if you do not have off access, please go grab him. You're not, it will not disappoint you. See, I started wanting, see, one thumb up. Come on, guys. For views, that's nonsense. They should have more views than this.
Not a lot of people love the whole DVR quality. A lot of my buddies, even my close friends at skate, they see these kind of videos. They're like, man, you need to get a better camera. They don't understand, right?
They don't get it. They don't get it.
Like,
You
wow,
got
like,
to
this
see
is
this.
actually really good quality. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's
These
tough.
are the ones like what I watch when Ed is flying. I mean, it's just raw. You see it like somebody who had the goggles on would see it. And
Right.
and I think that's what you want. That's what I like.
Totally.
So when people started talking, and I'm not going to say I am against DJI quality and all that, because I think that's good quality and good is good.
Yep.
But I'm like, but then you miss all that fun stuff. All the noise is kind of think, now that I'm doing it, I'm thinking that's part of it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have all those parts.
It gives you more of a sense too. Like I find if you're gonna fly DJI a lot, you're like kind of like going out of your real boundaries. Like you can fly that thing probably too far than what you really should be or maybe need to, unless you're like in a tight building and you're in a confined space with people or something. But like literally, if you're just flying around the city or around somewhere, I mean, anything can happen. We know drones to be very not understanding sometimes, right? So fail safes,
Exactly.
things happen just out of the blue sometimes. Sometimes a motor heats out and burns out and crashes.
And
DJI is
that is
still going to do the
so
same
cool.
thing. It's still an FPV drone. It still has those same parts. People put way too much trust in a video signal. I like the video signal analog gives you because you're more of aware of how far you are and how what you're doing really in a sense.
And it's kind of weird because I thought when I first started seeing, and one of the first people I started really seeing fly consistently was Ed, because Ed would rip around his place like a bat out of hell. In fact, I think he even has the Batman, but he would. And so does like Quad Farm and these guys, they fly in night train, they'll fly really fast. But a lot of times they'll play it where you see the analog and you see the noise.
Right.
And I thought, well, why did they do that? And then last year when I first flew and I was looking through and I was seeing that, I was like, okay, that's why you want to see that.
Hmm.
Because you want to see what they're seeing.
Right. I have a couple
Right?
videos like that where I'll throw in the DVR with it, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's all about the video or it's about both, right? So
Right.
I know I'm flying and it's a really good video, but the analog is like sketchy, and I know it's going to be like people are going to be like, "Whoa, you didn't even see where he was going for that section of flight," right? Like you get those sometimes, and that's kind of
Right.
the cool part about this hobby too. It's like, what did he just do? But
Right. 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 Right.
it
And
was something simple.
so how long have you been doing FPV?
I've been flying just over a year now. So, but my issue is I fly a lot, quite a bit actually.
But that's good, right?
Yeah, a lot of people have been flying for years, and they only fly like once a week or something, right? Where I try to get out flying almost every day, every other day mostly. But the weather's good here in Vancouver, so kind of lucky.
It is. It
And I
is.
can
It's
form
better.
out all my stuff, so I can fly in the sprinkly rain type stuff or whatever, right? I flew in the fog over by the river a couple months ago, and the footage was amazing, but the memory card was corrupt.
Uh, oh,
That was fun.
I when I was flying over Ken's, it just I found out that the goggles that I had and they were given to me, I couldn't see. It broke connection right away. I was so upset. But then I was using Katrina's and hers were fine. And I just loved it. It does have an addictive quality to it.
Hmm.
But you still fly your Spark.
Uh, I try to. I keep charging the batteries, and then I take it with me sometimes, and it doesn't get out in the air. But it's really, really, really hard. I have 8 drones now, so
Oh
it
wow.
doesn't usually have the time to fly anymore.
So which
Unless I
ones do
go
you
somewhere
have?
really picturesque, then I'll rip it out. But sometimes I'm just going to the park around the city, right? So
Yeah. So you have
done
the
that once.
Mobila 7, the Mobila 6.
Mobila 6, Mobila. I have a Mobila 65 mil, which is kind of like a 603 motor setup, and then I have
Mm-hmm.
the Mobila 6, the Mobila 7. I have an iFlight 2.5. I have an old Atom V1 or something. It's like a 2 inch.
Yeah.
Then I have 2 different 5 inches, the Battle Axe and an Arctic Q setup. And just crashed my Dyson 3
Oh,
inch Cinewhoop that I had about a week ago. So that's being fixed up with a squirt Shenzhou squirt frame that's coming in the mail
Oh yeah.
soon. So I'm waiting on that. And I have this other build from iFlight. It's called the 66R. So it takes like a whoop size controller and everything, like a regular mobile would, but it takes putting 1102s on it and an HD camera on it, and it's super tiny. It takes 66 little motors. I'll show it to you real quick.
Yes, yes. Hey, Corey Mano, how you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna say FPV always is gonna draw you back.
So this guy is going to have an HD camera on it when I finish building it, but right now it's just got an FPV camera in it. But it's super, super, super tiny, and it's a carbon fiber frame with plastic ducts on it, and it's super lightweight. So that'll be a 2S ripper, and hopefully really nice video quality out of that when I'm done.
Well, I'll be watching those. I really do. I do like. I watch some of the videos where they're just gorgeous cinematically, just beautiful in the FPV. You know, I want to be able to fly like that. I just think it's just so beautiful. And I don't, and it's beyond what a camera drone can do, you know, your basic camera drone, and it's beyond basically what most FPVs can do. It is like almost the combination of them both. I just love it. I just love it. It's so tangible to me. I love it so much.
I've been thinking about doing videos that put them together, but there's always those people that are one or the other, right? So kind of mix it up once in a while, I think is going to be the plan in the future.
Yeah, and I would say that there are some people that say you'd have to be one or the other, but if you can find a way to meld both, I think it's going to bring a whole new audience to this. To what we do. It's just a whole new audience. And I think, I don't know. Now, Corey Mano in here, he flew, was it the cherry blossoms, Corey Mano? Oh, beautiful. But it was a little FPV drone. It was gorgeous. I just love it. I was like, awesome. Yes. So you want to bring the ladies to the yard, put them both together, boys, both together. Because we love it. We love beautiful and we love fast, all of that. So you put them together.
Totally.
I'm old, so don't listen to me. She knows what it is. So what do you want to see happen with your channel?
Not much. I mean, people just to watch and enjoy, really. I'm not really out there to get a lot of subscribers. Just a nice, like, fan base kind of fun. You know, not even fans, just friends, really, community. Yeah, doing stuff like this is fun. Getting to know people from around the world, that's kind of what we do and why we're doing it, really, right?
Right.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be on YouTube and hanging out and talking to each other for weeks on end for no reason.
That's why I like doing the small YouTuber interviews and why I've gotten back to that. Yeah. Because I just think the smaller community is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Really huge.
It's the perfect time, too.
Hard to really gauge that, what's going on in that. But the smaller, I think, is. And these are all the guys that are in the community. I'm sure if anyone out there has, oh, hold on. You always ask that same question. Usually the answer is about the same. Yeah. I know, but one day it's going to be different, Ed. One day, just hang on, Ed.
Rockstar life.
I know.
Ed the Rockstar.
Some people do it, but yeah, mostly I've noticed with most people who do FPVs and they do kind of a lot of different things on their channels, they're in there just to put it out there, just to want to just say, hey, this is what I'm about. Mm-hmm. And they really don't care one way or the other. Hey, Tim.
Totally.
Oh, look. Damn, you look familiar. Tim Jackson. Yeah. So do you fly with anybody?
I fly with a tight community of friends here that don't really post a lot on YouTube or really do any of this kind of social media stuff. One guy got me into it I think every time I've gone out flying with him, his excuse is, "Oh, I forgot my memory card."
Oh,
He doesn't really do videos. He doesn't really care. He's been flying for a long time. And then there's a couple pilots here that are kind of famous-ish that fly with sometimes. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I
I don't
think,
know Miss Creature though. I saw her on your one of your recent things. Some of these people I've never ever met, but I'm sure once in a blue moon from now or whatever after this quarantine, we'll probably meet each other and stuff. But
oh
I just
yeah, Miss
recently
Miss
bought two new
Creature
T-shirts off of
rocks.
her. Yeah, I
Miss
just bought new
Creature,
T-shirts, two T-shirts, so
or
long
did you?
sleeve
And
and a retro one.
she's such an artist. She is
Yeah.
such an artist. Hi, Heath. Yes, I do remember interviewing you, Heath. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you, Kim had ice hat. I got to remember to say it the right way because I said it wrong the other day. Not ice hat. I said something else. We won't mention it. But he went out there and flew with Kim, and then Kim came on Messenger, and we were talking, and you could just tell he was so thrilled because flying with someone else, that is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
That
totally.
is a lot of fun. Sharing what you do with someone else and they love it too.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. It is. So now you're putting up, oh, I forgot to discuss with you one other thing. Audible. What made you decide to start? Do you have Audible books out there? Will you read them yet?
No, I haven't done anything like that yet. I just read from scripts usually or make up scripts sometimes.
Yeah, we could break out to a voice and just change my entire voice and character and be a totally different person. It's fun.
All kinds of voices. Doesn't matter. It all depends on what you're reading.
I thought, wouldn't that be great to be able to do something like Audible? Because I don't know what they pay, but it looked like fun. And I know you did that one reading and you did the Raven, which you did a marvelous job with. Yeah. And I just thought, well, that was just a marvelous job. I like listening to that, but I love Audible books and I like people because usually I'm running around and too much. So I listen to
Right.
books. And I thought, what a great idea.
I've been watching cartoons as a kid and always, trying to joke around with the voices and create other voices out of it for some reason. So just
Oh
kind
my
of stuck
goodness.
with me, and acting kind of was the same thing, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah. So what is your next build?
My next build. Well, I guess would be the Shendrone Squirt, which is coming in the mail.
Yeah.
That, and I also have a Diatone cube that I just got in the mail from RDQ, so I might build that pretty soon. But trying to force myself to not build more drones for no reason, really.
I know. I'm almost afraid. I have one that I have my little one I'm supposed to be building, have all the parts to go. And I'm just a little afraid to start because my 5-inch one I built and Catchaleta was with me when I built it. And so it was so nice to have someone sitting next to me going, Valerie, why are you putting that next to that? No, don't do that. Really? Move it over. And I don't have that right now. So I'm like, oh, as I'm getting ready to solder and I'm just, yeah. I got to just, man up a little bit and just do it.
Totally.
Oh, night
I
train.
find there's a lot of frames and a lot of builds out there, but a lot of builds aren't really built as well as they could be. Like when I build stuff, I make sure my VTX is quite a ways away from other things like my power wire or my RX. My antennas aren't really touching each other, the tips, all that kind of stuff is definitely got some different either like TPU padding between them or, not touching carbon, all that kind of stuff makes a big, big difference.
So mine, I have to go in, I think, and kind of clean it up. But my wires are just kind of everywhere. I didn't do a clean. I didn't know I wasn't doing it. I'll be honest. I thought I was doing a really clean build. And then I was looking at everyone else's and I realized my wires are a little bit everywhere. Now it flies, so that's a good thing.
Yep.
But yeah, I need to clean it just a little bit.
That's one thing I started doing in the first couple of weeks of this quarantine thing. I basically took all of my drones apart, resoldered all the wires, made sure they're all connected right, cleaned it all up, made everything as short as they could be, you know, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I've been very happy I did it because I've crashed all my drones and I still haven't had a problem with them. They still get up and fly again.
See, that's what I
Knock on
want.
wood.
Right, right. I mean, that's what you want. You want to be
Yeah.
able to crash them, pick them up, and they still go.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're going to be trying to put them together. Oh, what? As long as the wires aren't hanging out, it will work.
Yep.
Thank you, Ed.
It's true.
Ed was the one who kept telling me, you got to let your brain free and just fly. And I was on Velocitron one night and I thought I was the one flying. I didn't realize I'd hit the space bar and it was showing me Kim flying. I went, wow, look how smooth. Oh, Kim, that's exactly what Ed said. I'm just letting my mind free. Look how good I'm flying. And I realized it wasn't me. I was very disappointed.
Nice.
I was like, oh, because I love to fly and I love the smoothness of it.
Yeah.
I'm getting better now, and now it feels a little more like what Ed was saying. But what did it feel like when you first were able to get up and have just that smoothness of the flight?
Oh,
And just do what you wanted it to do.
I think that only for me, really, I think that's still happening. And I think I've touched base on it maybe in the last like month, maybe a couple weeks, only because I've changed a couple things. And I run the FR Sky X Lite, the small little radio.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a gaming controller basically, but I bought the longer stick ends. So now I have a lot more precision, I find. So that is smoothed out a lot of my new flying, and running better props and better RPMs. On my smaller stuff, I run Emu Flight and the GESC, all that nonsense, and Mockingbird on some of the smalling stuff. So that changes a lot. But I find just having a good radio, good sticks is the key.
Right. I agree. I haven't got to the real smooth, but every once in a while I'll get a few seconds of it just goes where I want and how I want. It's excellent. I love it. But
Right.
I'm just not exactly there yet. And that's mostly in Velocitron, so that's a little sad. Hey, Michael Banny. Hey, Tim, TCM. TCM is just starting a build.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing DRL for quite a while, ever since DRL had their little like lift off, their little tournament that they had a while back in March or whatever.
Yeah.
So I did that and did every week, did the tryouts and stuff like that, tried to see if I could get better and better at racing, and then just kept playing the freestyle on that and learning as much as I can about, you know, power loops and all that kind of good stuff, and trying to figure out all that muscle memory. And yeah, I think that's definitely helped a lot, because now I go to the park, I put the goggles on, and I'm like, whoa, I feel like I'm still in the video game right now. Like, this is pretty much exactly what I'm seeing in the game almost. So
that's what I love. We're doing Velocitron. Well, every Tuesday and some Fridays we're doing Velocitron, and we bring a lot of people in and we do it live and we're flying. And I got to tell you, it's a blast. It's a blast because I love seeing all the little contrails going around. And the guys don't mind that I can't fly like them yet. I'm still working on it. So it makes it nice. Sometimes they chase me and I just crash.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm still like that. I can't fly worth crap in simulators as much unless I'm doing freestyle. Racing, it's tough. It's a total mindset.
Racing. The minute I go, okay, I'm doing really good. Let's race, guys. Hit the race, crash. Don't get anywhere. So
it's like real life flying. You need to spend at least a few hours or even a day in the freestyle, and then race that quad in the simulator, because you don't know how that thing reacts, how, you know, much momentum it carries and all that goodness that our minds are already controlled by other drones.
There. Hey, Artist Devil, I just modded you. I thought you were already modded, but I just went ahead and modded you.
Hello.
It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. I know, Ed. I do try to remember.
We're all in this journey together.
So does anyone have anything? We got 10 more minutes that they would like to ask off access, something that they would just like to to know about Marcel? Or a question? Because I'm looking at his channels. Oh, I just got home from the Outlaws. I mean in-laws. Drone Pool. How's Annie? That's the cutest dog. Hey, Drone Pool. Yeah, I guess. Oh, hey, Michael Banny. So how much do you try to upload in a week? I was
I
always
don't.
thinking
I
maybe
don't even
one
have
or
a
two.
specific thing. I just upload whenever I feel the flight felt really, really good. Like right now, I'm sitting on probably a week of footage that I haven't uploaded or even touched because I'm like, yeah, it was fun, but I don't think it's really upload worthy. Maybe I could make something out of it, but yeah, I don't really like to put a lot of time into making videos as much as I used to. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's more like one pack stuff that I've been doing a lot lately. And, you know, to me, that's what it's really about. When you start editing footage, you can make any video look pretty awesome. But
That's the one
one
thing I
pack,
was
you
thinking.
see the realness of a pilot.
When people start doing all the color grading in their videos, I just wonder, so I want to see what they're actually seeing, but then it is beautiful when they do it. So I can't
Yeah.
say anything bad about that. But
Sometimes, yeah, some of the filters are kind of annoying. Some of it's cool, but
yeah, but I really like seeing what they're seeing.
yeah.
Because you can't make up those colors.
Well, you're not even really
You
seeing.
can't make them up.
You're not even really seeing what the camera's seeing at that point because you're looking through an FPV. But for like some of the color grading they do on the GoPros, you're not really seeing through the GoPros. So you're kind of trying to make it look like what you're seeing because the image quality isn't the same, right? You're getting, for me, some of the videos I've watched, it's like you're getting a lot of whiteouts and stuff like that, right, from the sky.
Right.
So like color grade that crap because I don't want to see, blown out images like watching a white screen while you're flying because I know that's not what it really looks like. But that's just your camera. And
Yeah.
I've been there,
Yeah.
but I mean, you can change that pretty quick, and that's a good thing. But some of the filters I've seen on some videos, like they add like the really crazy special effects where it's like it's a black screen with like the multicolored lines in it and stuff. I'm just like, okay, cool, but an entire 3-minute video of that.
Yeah. You just feel like saying, slow your roll. Just slow your roll, guy.
Yeah. Totally.
So Furball asks, what made you go into FPV?
Stopped wanting to hurt myself skateboarding downhill. Big thing I was talking to my buddy about actually the other day is he was on his electric skateboard going to somewhere with his sandals on and his electric battery malfunctioned somehow or something. So he got thrown off at like good 50, 60 kilometers an hour. And I'm like, yeah, man, like sucks too. Like I went out to the park the other day, hit a pole like 3 times and like walked home and, took off my goggles and realized my quad and my body's still okay. Like screw that hitting the pavement at kilometers an hour anymore. I'm 40 years old now, going on 41 soon. Not into it anymore. I mean, I'll still skate around and stuff, but I'm not throwing myself down hills anymore. That's in the past.
Right. I will tell you though, I was watching everyone doing the electric skateboards, and there was a time when I thought, yeah, that's what I want. I'm going to buy that. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to hold the thing out there, which is what you were doing in skate. And I think Kim, may have been Ed, may have been, well, everyone in here said, do not do it because I'm a little clumsy. And they were like, it's not going to be what you think. In my mind, it was looking cool, but it wouldn't be what I think. But I'm like 60. So I didn't know if there was an age where you just say, okay, yeah, I just don't want to beat myself up.
The people who are doing it at your age have been doing it longer than I've been alive.
Right.
And those guys don't even do it much anymore. I mean, I could YouTube you later or chat you later about some other people that do it at your age, and you'd watch the videos and you'd be very damn well impressed. I mean, we all would be.
Yeah. I think, I just sit there and I think, boy, if I fall, how much will be broken? Probably a lot.
And it will happen. That comes the nature of this sport.
Yeah, I like doing just a little more gentle things. Like I don't mind running. I don't mind hiking. I don't want to, yeah, skateboard. I just don't have the balance. It really takes a lot of coordination. I don't think
Big
people
time.
realize
Big time.
how much
Yeah.
coordination that takes.
And I wouldn't have it if I didn't grow up on it.
Do you remember the little skinny skateboards? Those are the ones I had when I was a kid.
I have one over in my.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't good at that time either on it.
Here, give me 1 second.
Okay. Hey, Kim, you ready to come on in? Kim will be coming in soon. I don't think I have to invite you. Let's see. Let me make sure I don't. Okay, I'm going to take off that. There we go. It's the same connection you came in before, Kim. Do I get a cookie? No, you get nothing. You get nothing except for the pride. Oh, there it comes.
This is one of the oldest skateboards that's ever been around. It has original clay wheels on it.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Look at that.
And I have quite a few different style boards like this sitting around, plastic ones that were different eras and stuff like that. I basically have my own little museum here of skateboarding and stuff like that.
Oh my God. Well, my skateboard was, I believe, plastic and was from the 70s.
Yeah.
The early.
Blue or orange?
It was blue. It was blue. Oh my God, that's it. Turn it around. Let me see the front. Yeah.
I put different grip tape on it.
Yeah, but that was it. That was that little, and it looks bigger than I remember because it's.
Yeah, and this one's actually, I believe it's I'm not sure if this is a really hard plastic or if it's like almost like a metal. It's really strong, resilient. It's not like a soft plastic like some of the other ones were.
Yeah, it wasn't really gonna flex.
These wheels were like the weirdest wheels too because they never had this barrel roll after this year.
Yep.
They're all flat now. Anyway, yeah.
Oh my God. So guys, it's almost 8 o'clock and Kim's going to be coming in to do his stuff on FPV. If you want to hang out with him off access,
sure. I just want to take a bathroom break and I'll come back.
Yes. Go do that and I'll tell Kim to come on in. And then, yeah, you can hang with him. I forget what he's talking about tonight, but he's got some stuff he just got that he wants to talk about.
Cool. I would love to talk to him.
Yes. Okay, Kim, come on. I got DNA out back. Kim, I don't want to know what that is at all. So are you, okay. Let me go in and message him something. A sweet little nothing, Kim, because you're not in here yet. Hold on. Just something nice. Oh, I'll stop saying get your ass in here. Hold on, let me erase that.
You don't have to, I'm already here. Don't be a poop.
Oh, you know you don't mind. Hold on. Okay, guys, so here's Kim. Off Access is going to come in while he's talking. I am going to go out for a half hour and then I will be back.
Nothing
Thank
like
you guys
putting me
so
on the
much.
spot, huh?
Oh my gosh, Off Access. Can you believe all the stuff he does?
He's freaking awesome.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I mean,
Vancouver's
everybody's
not
got
that
their
smart.
story.
I want to fly with him. We should go over.
It plays with like 35,000 volts and umpteen amps and I mean, everybody's got a story. I mean, that's the awesome part of the drone community or just the community.
Oh, Drumful saying nice shirt. So Kim, I'm going to go turn my camera off and that off, and I will be back in a half hour. You got this? Yeah,
You
I'll,
can-
I'll let the guys be in here for a minute. Okay, guys, I'm turning my camera off for a half hour and I'll be back. Oh boy.
How's it going, buddy?
Hey, man.
Finally get to see you in person. You get to see me in
got
person.
some skills and some talent behind you, all the stuff you've done.
Yeah, you live a life, that's for sure.
That's impressive about the community. Everybody's got stories.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
everybody's done certain things. And you talk to a person for a long time, but you have no idea what they've done. Which
Yeah, I
is-
try not to share everything about my life story, but
well, I mean, there's
it's
a
kind of
limit.
nice to get people to understand where I've been and where I've done.
That's freaking cool, man.
Thank you.
That
I'm
is-
interested to hear more about you now.
Ooh, we might get banned from YouTube. I've done various things in my lifetime. Some of them not so cool, but
You and me both. We've all been there.
yeah, like I used to train racehorses. I went for my apprenticeship for blacksmithing, and that was before I lost my leg in an accident, industrial.
Right.
And did various things after that, which we can't mention on here.
Blacksmithing would be cool. I've always wanted to work with metal like that.
I quit the job because I needed a break from the racehorses because I got my ass handed to me so many times and my body was getting broken up. Like the leg I lost on my right side, I was suffering from multiple fractures and stuff, being kicked and thrown and gone through
Right.
fences with racehorses. These are like you sit on their back kind of racehorses and you're going at like 40 and you're just pumping it,
No
going.
thanks.
And some of them horses are not so nice.
No doubt.
They no sooner kill you than even look at you.
Right.
So I was in charge of taking care of the really tough ones. But back then I was in shape and stuff. So I bring it,
Right.
but I had to walk away for a while because, like I said, I got beaten the hell out of me. And just so happened 2 weeks later on the new job that I got into an industrial accident, a fight with one of those ginormous electric forklifts. And it won.
Gnarly, dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
just about killed me.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Still alive. I'm still kicking it.
I dropped from 150, almost 158 pounds down to 80 pounds in like less than a month.
I bet.
And after that, after that was all over with and I left the hospital, I couldn't put on weight anymore. So that's why I'm a skinny shit. It bothers me. I can't put weight on. And I eat like this, And I
How
just
long ago
can't
was this
put on
one that
weight.
happened, if you don't mind me asking?
Pardon?
How long ago was this that happened?
I was 21 years old, 21, 22 years old.
That's-
Yeah, it was hard quite for a few years. It was pretty hard at first, refusing a wheelchair. I'm not gonna go in no damn wheelchair, man. So I developed other skills to keep myself motivated and hop around. I hop around, I do a lot of my work hopping around and stuff like this. And,
Right.
I'm 61. I'm still going. I climb trees.
You're good for 61.
Well, thanks, man.
Yeah. Well, fuck.
I just keep going.
Good.
Thanks, Edge. Here you go, Rhino. How you doing?
Yeah,
Oh,
for
there's
this
one
camera,
hell
you
of
look
a
like
ride.
maybe 50 max.
No, I'm 61. I just had my birthday in April.
Cool, man. Well,
Yeah.
happy late birthday, but yeah, my birthday's in March, so
Yeah. Well, I keep active. I'm always moving around. Like I say, I eat like a pig, but with my hopping around and my energy output, I burn it off so damn fast. It's crazy.
right.
And I'm not one for to just sit there in a chair, and do nothing. I can't stand it.
Right.
Got to do something. So that's why I kind of took up FPV, because then you're racing after your quad because you went down somewhere.
I need to build you an RTD too.
or you put it in a tree. So, you know, there's nobody's going to help you get it down. So you may as well get it down yourself, climb the damn tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah. But like you with the FPV, I had a Phantom until Val showed up here.
Right.
And I wasn't getting a thrill anymore from it.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's like 80% drone and 20% me. You know, what's it need me for? The damn things are so autonomous that they do everything themselves. You just tell it what to do, tick, 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 and it does it, you know?
Yep.
So I wasn't getting that thrill until you FPV guys showed up here and started pumping videos. And then I'm like, that looks freaking fun. And I needed that adrenaline rush, you know, when your thumb starts to do this kind of thing, and you're like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
You know, and your pulse starts to raise. So
That's what I was like saying, like I'm tired of crashing, right? Like on skateboard, right? So like now for me, I like going to roller coasters. I like adrenaline rushes like most people. So now I get that adrenaline rush by sitting in goggles.
My last skateboard is when they had those cast iron wheels on it, man. You know, them steel.
Yeah. I got a couple of those boards too.
When you hit shit on the road, there's nothing keeping you on that board.
No.
So you're gonna have a lot of stuff here missing, and maybe under here, and this.
I've got many scars on my arms and legs
sure,
and stuff.
man, you're brave doing
My
it
life
without
stories.
gloves and elbow pads.
That's why I get
Even at
tattoos
40
on most places to cover up those scars.
40 miles an hour. It's gonna be like a cheese grater. It's gonna skin you.
Some roads they are, yeah. Some roads are really, really rough.
Oh. Especially when you get that mixture of little pebbles and rocks that are in there too.
Those
And
ones suck.
You're sitting there going, dink, dink.
I had that in my hand. I recently just like cleaned up a scar. I don't even see like a pink area, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that entire area was totally ripped off and scabbed and scarred because I was skating through a golf course with my drone stuff on my back, you know, trying to not risk, you know, wrecking that stuff. So I hands down, boom, and yeah, good times.
Yeah. But you still skateboard, right?
I do, but I push around. I don't do the stuff I do the videos on anymore. I don't race downhill like that anymore. But
have you ever, what do they call it?
street luge?
Yeah, with that freaking long ass board, and you just lay down. We used to build our own when we were younger and doing that. Oh my God, we were nuts.
I have a cool video on YouTube that I can show you that is me luging at a longboard. It's a gravity sports race.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it real quick. Just throw a quick clip of it. It's pretty funny. So yeah, like I was saying to Val, I've got like 3 different friggin' YouTube channels from all the different times that I was doing YouTube videos and stuff, which is kind of dumb, but I didn't do it on purpose, really. It just happened that way.
Well, if you leave it alone too long, YouTube will just take it away.
Yeah, but it actually they get lots of videos, or not videos, but watches and stuff on them still. Can't find it. You know, I really wish YouTube would do categorize your subscription list by like alphabetical instead of
that would
random.
be good. That would be handy.
Yeah, because this is ridiculous. Sometimes you go into it and you're like,
and that's scattered all over the place kind of thing.
yeah, I don't notice any type of like assortment for it at all.
No, well, they're too busy trying to take your subscribers and dump you into the corner, and it's terrible. They got rid of that first beta thing there and all this, and put us on the new one, which I find it really weird. It's very hard to find anything in it.
Yeah, it's getting pretty much overwhelmed, YouTube right now. Let's see.
Yeah. Well, they got a new editor on there now too. I don't find it all that bad, but a lot of people don't like it.
Oh, really? I haven't tried it there yet.
Well, I mean, it's simple. Just move the two sliders over, and that's the part you keep. The rest goes in the toilet.
Oh, that one? Yeah, I've used that one.
Oh yeah. What do you think of it?
Eh,
Yeah.
I don't really need to do it unless it's like for a live and I just want to cut the beginning out of it where I'm just like sitting there going, "Is it live yet?" You know? Otherwise, it's kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find that's the one thing I would use it for.
I went and picked up something. I kept going through this problem all the time where those flipping. Well, I still do it. A lot of people use these receivers, and that dinky little antenna there always seems to get chewed up to hell and stuff.
Yeah.
That. How many times have you had your prop sucked that in from grass or something like that, and just all of a sudden, ding, it's gone, right?
2 or 3 times, but not too often because I usually put the straw things around it with
You're talking about something like these things. I went and purchased these antenna tubes. They called.
Yeah, those look huge.
Yeah, well, they're long. I guess
You just cut it down to
There's
size.
no way you can use something this long,
Be
but you can
badass.
cut them and all this.
You get a connection for days with that tube. If your antenna was that
I
long.
wish they were this long. But then you would get over the hump of that battery that seems to interfere with your reception, which can happen.
Yeah.
I went and bought these antenna tubes.
Mhm.
The thing is, you cut it to your size you want, and you can always heat it up so it
Shrinks around.
bends, and then you just twist tie it to your
Your canopy and everything. Yeah.
that thing there. So because I never used them before, but then I've been chewing up my
So that's how I mount this one. This is my freestyle like crash and burn type drone.
Are those
And-
antenna tubes?
Yeah, these are antenna tubes. Yeah.
So you heated it up to be able to bend it, right?
Right. So yeah, so I did a heated up, bent it right there just for a little bit of degree so that when it's flying, it's kind of like that.
Are they sort of pushed in like a mount?
They're just pushed into the TPU. So this canopy I 3D printed, so it has like the holes for it.
Oh,
So these
okay.
actually just go right into it and they're snug and I can actually just pull them out again.
And you've never had troubles with it, eh?
Never.
Because I've been trying to update my quads there. I still run with that little feeler antenna shit sticking out there.
Right.
And sometimes when you yank your battery off, you actually snag that because you don't really feel it. And you snag it and you pull your battery, and next thing you know, you pull this right out of that little connector.
Yeah, I super glue my connectors onto my RX as well. So my
You
antennas
do.
can't come off. And then I usually heat shrink a small strip around the RX as well so that there's like also protection from
Okay,
any carbon touching
something
each
like
other.
that.
Yeah, but a little bit more on the carbon as well too. So
Okay, well,
none of the carbon's touching. Depending on where you're mounting it, I don't want like anything touching each other. So all the carbon stays away from each other. So I
Yeah,
usually
so-
print like a TPU.
I mean, if you don't cover this with plastic or something like that, and you just stick it to the side of the thing here, you're probably on the carbon. You're probably likely to get like noise and stuff, right?
Should be fine as long as there's some TPU or some kind of padding, even like some of that like sticky double-sided foam mount stuff.
Oh, you
Use
mean
that.
I had some here a little while ago. I don't even know what the hell they do with it. Sort of like that double tape kind of
Yeah.
crap there.
Yeah. Same idea.
3M, I think it is. You strip off the paper on both sides and just stick it.
Yep.
Okay, because I buy a lot of that and I use that.
For me, like any of those parts, like the flight controller and the ESC, I sometimes use that little thin paper piece, that not paper, but it's like gold sliver piece that goes between those two pads. I sometimes use that on my diatone stack. Comes with it, so I use it. Some people say, "Oh,
okay.
I don't use it," but I mean, it does reduce a little bit of noise. And then I also use the chip that mounts for the TBS VTX. So that mounts to a chip that is a noise reducer as well, on top of the stack. And then my RX is nicely placed against the TPU with some shrink wrap around it. And the antennas are far enough away from the VTX antenna, and it's a stubby antenna, so it works perfectly because where the signal is coming out is over here on the RX, where the VTX is coming out right of the ass.
Okay. That's nice.
When you're flying, it's kind of like that, right? When
You
get
got that little turtle thing on the top, the shark fin.
Yeah. I actually had a GoPro mounted here at one point, but it didn't fly very nice. I didn't like it.
No.
But it's great.
Night Train says he used servo tape.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're on live still. Yeah, servo tape, kind of same idea. Yeah.
A bonding epoxy. Is that yellow stuff that the Chinese use or something like that? It comes in a tube and it goes like hard concrete.
I think that's something different, but maybe. I think what he's calling it, the whiteboard, is what I was talking about. It's that chip.
Oh, okay. I understand what that is. Yeah, the night whiteboard. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
I also picked up as well.
You're not worried about weight. Who cares, right? Add all the.
I mean, well, it's only minimum. I mean, really small. I mean,
is it a 20 by 20 stack that you're building, or is it a 30?
30, got 20 miles. They're like buggered.
Right.
I had to go as far as buying one of these things.
Heat gun, nice.
They work nice.
Yeah, I got to get one still.
It's only $20.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it functions A1. It plugs into my computer. I put it on the monitor, the other computer, and I put it on the monitor, and I can see everything. That's like little hairs, that come off of any soldering points.
Yep.
If it touches anything, it acts like a light bulb. You see a glow, or you fry your stack, right? So this thing for the price there, it zooms to 1600 or something like that.
You know that thing that the base of that heat gun is a vintage item nowadays, eh?
Is it?
Yeah, CDs, vintage, man.
Oh,
it's all MP3s now, right? So that shit's vintage. I'm just joking. It's pretty much true though.
It's true.
Like considered like record players now, right? It's like CD. Who has a CD player anymore? I don't think you even get computers with CD players. Yeah, but I have record players
too, somewhere in the closet. Don't be dissing the 8-track, man. That lasted a long time.
Yeah, I grew up on 8-track. I was old enough to have 8-track in my life.
Yeah. I also talked to a company because of these freaking antenna wires. This is a regular one that fits on your XRS or whatever you want to call it. They're smaller.
Yeah, XM Plus or XRS or.
Now you what I heard from them is you can get the longer ones and they're compatible.
Yeah. The only difference is the length of the antenna, where the end where the active element is still the same length. And that's the only thing you really have to be concerned with. So you could make that longer one shorter by just cutting down the active element to be the same size as the other one.
Because that's
all that matters. You could have an even smaller antenna if you wanted, which wouldn't make any sense, but you could still do it.
Like this one here, this is a Space One Meteor 5.
Yep.
Because it got the way they mount the antenna in the back here goes in here like that there.
Yep.
They have a little thing here.
2 holes for them.
There's no freaking place in there to put the damn receiver.
Oh, weird. That's no good.
And if you put it up on top,
the RX,
your antennas are just sort of like dangling there really close to the props. You're going to lose your props because I already done that.
Yep.
So I had to switch to putting the battery underneath. Because if you put a camera, which you can't put a camera on top because the battery is the same size as the whole top.
Yeah, you'd have to set the battery all weird. Yeah, that's the problem with frames. Like I try to like make sure I get a top mount battery frame that is big enough and everything like that.
But this
3
flies
inches are
really
tough.
good, man. It's so quiet.
Yeah, I bet.
You don't have that loud noise when you're ripping by, but I find it really quiet. But
Cool.
especially with the Emax motors on it and these props, this thing just
Beauty. Nice. I like that about quads.
yeah, it flies really, really good. It's just that they don't give you a hell of a lot of room and lengthwise in there.
Right. Pretty
I mean,
close.
the only thing you could probably do is probably install something on the top here. Like underneath on top of the luminaire stack there.
Yeah, that's what you could do. That's where you could put your RX is just zip tie it to the top of your top plate right there.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
would
was
do.
thinking.
That's what I would do. That's where
Yeah.
I would put my VTX sometimes, because you want that thing to get like a lot of like cool air and stuff, right? So you want that thing to be exposed as much as possible, but not like outside of your frame.
Yeah, yeah.
When I first started building drones, when I started building my 5-inch, I was putting my RX right on the arm itself, on the bottom, with a bottom mounted battery. On a top mounted battery, I would put the RX on the top, and I would heat shrink it and zip tie it. And people would always be like, "Oh my God, your blade, it's gonna like rip that off." Never ever had that problem for a long, long time, until one day I started flying more proxy type flying, and I broke the arm where the RX was, and broke the
Ooh.
RX and the arm at the same
It's
time.
in the RX.
But then I was like, yeah, maybe I'll just skip that idea for on now. But now I'm 3D printing my own stuff, so sky's the limit.
Well, we saved on space and damage with this, sir. It's Mama Stock, the 3-in-1. It has the ESCs on its own part in the bottom here.
Yep.
So if you burn that, you just get another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's nothing on the arms.
Totally.
So it can't strike nothing.
I feel like the single ESCs is more for a racer setup, where know you're going to be crashing a lot because you're mocking and trying to hit gaps. Right?
Yeah.
Where like us, we're freestyling, we're going to crash. But we're not going to crash like 3 times a day, right?
Ooh.
Taking E off motors every day, like you're doing that a lot, and you're gonna have to like swap them, and that's what you can just quickly go in there.
But Val built one exactly like this, and that was her first quad she ever built. And 5 of us guys who knew what they were doing couldn't figure out why her quad wouldn't work. So we're sitting there for umpteen hours, messing around with this damn thing, trying to figure it out. And we said, well, we'll just go outside and fly a little bit and then come back with a fresh mind, right? So we left Val alone in the kitchen. And I think 15 minutes later, she comes out, bugger all you guys there, I fixed it myself. How the hell did you do that? She fixed her own quad.
Wow.
Yeah. But she never built one before, and she built her first one.
Fuck yeah.
So proud of her.
It's really, really not that hard as much to build it as it is to do the beta flight and all the stuff.
Yeah.
That was always a big hurdle for me, and still sometimes is. They're constantly changing stuff.
Yeah, I haven't learned the beta flight yet. I've been avoiding it.
I watched a lot of videos on it. Like that's how I got really addicted to it, was learning a lot from Joshua Bardwell and Ciotti and a couple other people that do almost daily streams now because of this stuff going on. But those guys are just full of information and so full of content that you could literally just type into Google whatever.
I don't even have beta flight on this new computer.
No?
You get it?
Gotta.
I had it on the other old one there, but I seem to have been missing half of the beta flight.
Weird.
So, I don't know
Maybe
what
you got a free reinstall or something. Just
I
try
don't
to
know.
install.
I couldn't get it to work. I think it was missing some um, what do they call it? Kodak
File or something.
Yeah.
You probably just need to reinstall the program itself, maybe, and then try from there. And if that doesn't work, maybe it's just a selection problem in the drop-down menu inside of the start screen in Betaflight, maybe. I'm not sure exactly what the issue would be if it doesn't work, but I'm always down if you want to message me sometime, and we can sit down and share your screen and
Zoom
play
and maybe
around with it.
download it, and you can help me out going through it.
Yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be freaking
I
cool,
got so
man.
much time in my life, man. I've been, I don't know if you know, but I've been 3D printing RDD2 for, I think, 24 days now straight. So I'm building my own mobile LiPo charger, VTX station, beer holder, pizza tray holder.
Pizza tray holder.
Yeah, it's going to hold a pizza slice for me, so it's a little warmer. Yeah, it's going to be like 3 feet tall. Just sitting
Damn.
here in the thing here. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's gonna be cool.
that's the body. It's like 126 pieces or something now.
Yeah.
Now I'm on to the third color, so I'm doing green, bronze, and gray is the main frame.
So you
And
do a lot of 3D printing now.
I started off doing it just for my drones, and then just doing all kinds of fun stuff. And I started doing some small products for my niece who lives in Kelowna, which is in the Okanagan here in BC. Kids for Autism, they have all these kind of like flexi toys and toys with a lot of texture to them. So I started printing a lot of TPU stuff for that for her, for a client. And then I started doing the ear savers for the medical industry out here in the West Coast.
Oh yeah,
So,
to
like, all
extend
those
the yeah, because then your ears aren't like pulled with this damn
yeah,
elastic
exactly.
thing.
So yeah, ear saver is the catchy term for it, obviously. Yeah. So
yeah,
yeah,
after a while it wears behind. Huh?
yeah, it's basically it just straps to your headband of your
That's pretty good.
mask.
That's cool.
But yeah, so I did that for about a couple months when this pandemic started. And then starting of May, I started printing out RTD2 because we just had a big influx of people printing those ear savers and a lot of other stuff that it just wasn't reaching as many people as it could have. And I found out there was a lot of waste issues going on with that kind of stuff too, using them once and just throwing them in the garbage. The garbage, they weren't going properly disposed and stuff like that. So I learned a lot of information because of, sitting here on my ass, watching other videos and learning other things. So I decided to print RTD2 and printing for myself instead of others right now. But it's a big project. It's I found out it's going to be over 600 pieces and I'm only at 120. So
Damn.
yeah.
So
And a lot of material too. I think right now I'm on my third roll of filament and it's going to take about 12.
Shit.
And that's not counting the electrical components that's going inside. It's fun.
Damn, man.
Fun.
A lot of work.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I've been showing it off every once in a while, but I've been reluctant to make an entire YouTube video about it and stuff yet, but maybe eventually.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't catch that in the interview. Your printing. I can't believe I missed that.
That's okay. It's too much.
It
would be a whole weekend chat. Just kidding.
So Paul's in the house. Paul, come on in. If you fell asleep, that's going to be funny. Can I laugh? Okay, let me turn on his mic and see if he's snoring. Paul, are you snoring?
Yep.
Look at his little face.
Paul, what happened?
Huh?
What happened?
A long day.
It has been a long day. It has. So we got Destination in the house. She just celebrated a birthday yesterday. Night Train had a birthday a little over a week ago.
Nice to see you, Paul, finally.
Hey, nice to see you too.
Oh my gosh.
You survived an hour with Kim there. So
Time flies when you're having fun.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You know, when we decided to do at least a half hour of FPV and just let Kim do it since he has the knowledge. I don't have a lot of knowledge of it. I have some. He just I just love sitting back and just watching and listening because that's easier. And then watching the
Like
chat. Of
watching
course,
too.
Yeah, it's cool to have a
JDS
co-host
can be
like
a
that.
very bad boy. JDS, bad boy. Behave.
So off access, you live in BC, you said.
Yeah, Vancouver, BC. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that's a really expensive area.
That's
huh?
closer to me.
It's 12 years
I'm
around
in
here.
Idaho.
Idaho.
That's right. You're not too far away from each other, you two.
Mm-mm.
Hop skipping across the border.
Dang.
It's still a
Would you
little bit
Expensive here,
Which
but
you can't,
like
which you
anywhere in the
cannot
world.
do nowadays, right?
You know what? That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, because everything's closed down.
Oh, I hate that.
So what is that about?
Everything's
That's
open
getting
here.
old. People gotta start smartening up and doing the right thing to get this over with so we can all get back with our lives.
I went to get a coffee today, and the gal at
world's
the
on a
coffee
different page,
place,
that's the problem.
everybody was wearing masks. I gave her a $5 tip. I just said, you know what? Thank you for caring enough about me and all of us out here that you did that and that you all are doing that. I just felt like someone should tell them that because every other place are not doing it anymore.
It's true.
If Kevin goes in, my roommate goes and gets me something, I tell him, don't tell me. I
Yeah,
don't
right.
want to know because there's nowhere left to go.
I just
I
want
grew up
people to
listening
do
to
the right
George
thing.
Carlin, so
I just
Yeah.
want people to do the right thing, get this over with, so we can get our American friends over the border, because everything's all closed down. It's a pain in the neck.
everywhere is so different right now. Everyone's in a different bubble. It's just so dumb. We all just need to be in the same bubble and
Yeah.
Now,
do that
this
for a
is
while.
going to
but
cause a lot of trouble, and I
nobody
don't
can
mean
agree, right?
just
It's
for the
tough.
economy, but also it's going to cause problems with people, anti-social, and other things like this, such as like I don't know, they don't want to be around people anymore. They've been so pushed away that they just don't want to. You know what I mean? Develop stigmata or whatever you want to call it there.
Kim, you love your house and you never go anywhere. And you're still okay.
150
And
acres.
Paul
here, man.
loves being a
No
hermit.
people,
And he's
no
okay.
homes, no aircraft. We could fly what the hell I want, as high as I want, and where
See, you like where you're at right now.
everybody likes it when they come here. They don't want to go home. We had to practically kick you guys out of here last Roger Palooza.
No,
Okay,
you're
guys, been
crying.
here a week. It's time to go away.
You're crying, holding on to my dress. Come on, be real. Tell the truth.
Paul, did you get out flying today at all?
No, I did not. I came back here and there was a beautiful ship that just went by that I should have been out there flying,
Right.
but
Mm.
and it was, just before sunset. In fact, let me rewind this video a little bit and see if I can catch it. You guys can see what it was.
I like
Hey,
checking
Tim
out Paul's
Jackson.
videos of circling the ships. It's really neat to see. You
He
get a
does
really
good,
cool
doesn't he, yeah?
perspective of ships.
There's
I mean,
the
he's
Isabel
really
G
good.
that just went by upbound.
That's
Look
so
at the
neat.
size of that beast.
Wow.
That's so cool. Total different perspective in
Hey,
drone
Rojo.
photography. So it's so cool.
And they go, I'm blessed because they go by here every couple hours. Something's either going upbound or downbound, and sometimes 2 or 3 right in a row.
Yeah.
Paul's a master with that zoom.
So what
man.
channel is that again, Paul? What is that? That link?
You go to a stream. Hang on, let me just
I want to find that on Google Maps.
Boy.
Stream Time Live, but let me go over there and see if I can't just get the link to it for you.
I mean the actual location, Paul, like that.
Oh, I'm in
body of water.
Port Huron, Michigan, right at
Port
the
Huron.
southern tip of Lake Huron in
Right.
the St. Clair River, where it goes on down into Lake St. Clair, then down the Detroit River into Lake Erie, then over into Ontario, and then up out the seaway into the ocean.
Right, right. Wow, look at the bridge coming too.
Paul's he knows all about DJI.
Paul, did you take your meds today? Tim would like to know.
Yes,
Okay.
I always take my meds.
So Ice Hat guys put on a really nice video of his visit to Kim's. In fact, it was so nice that I started crying at the end of it because I just miss being out there and flying with the boys. So yeah, I was a mess. I'm not a pretty crier either, so it was just not nice. Then
That happens
I
to everybody that comes here.
If anybody wants it, there it is. I posted it. That is the link to the 24/7 camera that's operated by a camera operator, and you can tune that in day or night,
Cool.
and that's Port Huron.
nice.
Beautiful area, yeah.
It's too bad you live so far away off access. You would love to show up here and fly around, but you got a beautiful area too, mountains and everything.
You guys would love to be out here too as well.
I know. I've been
And
there.
you need to fly to Vancouver, and then I will fly up to Vancouver.
Huh?
When this is
Then
over,
we'll go
yeah, we
fly
should.
with off access.
Yeah, you try that now, you won't make it.
Though they won't let me in.
We
I
won't.
mean,
They won't let me in
open,
either.
open. Yeah, can you?
You'll get stopped.
Can you
fast.
freely travel all across Canada with it being different, like British Columbia and Quebec? You
No.
can't?
Yeah, I could
No.
probably go all the way to Ontario as long as I
Could
don't get caught.
Yeah,
as
if you
long
don't
as I
get
just kept
caught.
driving. If no one pulled me over and asked me where I'm going, what I'm doing, I'll probably make it. But the likelihood right now, I'm sure they're pulling people over or checking.
So you're not allowed to travel
I have
freely
no
right
idea.
now.
Well, as soon as they spot your license plate in the back of your car, they know you're from Vancouver. They're gonna yank you over, unless
Really?
you switch
Yeah, it'll
license.
say BC and you're in a different province. They'll be like,
Hi,
Wait a
Gavin
minute.
Giant.
That's the pilot boat that just got done picking up the pilot off of that ship. They have to have a certified pilot on that ship to come up through the river and everything.
right,
Once they get in the lake, they're on their own type of thing.
cool.
Hey, Roger, how you doing, darling?
Tim Jackson said he changed the props on his Mini, and he says the sound is really nice, and now he doesn't have a motor error.
Yeah, the problem is with the Mini is that those props are so wanky, and if you're not, they're delicate, and if you're not very careful, like you put it down into a case or whatever and bend those props, you're going to run into problems.
Yep.
So they make those little rubber bands that actually hold the props in place, and I would recommend those.
Totally.
Yeah, but some hard cases you can't close the case.
Well, my case, you can't close it either, but what I did is, it's that foamy stuff, so I just took my fingers and just stretched it, then it goes in and out.
I just bought a brand new case for my DJI Spark and it just fits perfect now.
Yeah.
And I even 3D printed my own landing feet for my Spark that I sometimes use depending on where I'm flying. So
Yeah, I just bought a brand new GPC case for my Mavic Air 2, but I put it back in the box and put it on the shelf simply because I'm used to using a tablet, and on my Zoom I use the Crystal Sky Ultra, and so I don't like to take it apart. When I take it down, I take the drone in its little bag, and then I carry the tablet and the controller together.
And I noticed too with this case,
Okay, Roger, just sent it.
with
Roger's
this
gonna come and join us. Hey, Green
because it's got
Patch.
this. If you're not careful and you don't push those props to one side when you close that case, this here will bend the shit out of your props.
Yep, exactly.
That looks like a pretty hard case too.
Yeah, it's not forgiving. It's really stiff, these things here. But if you're not careful and that prop goes across the body of the thing and you close it, you're gonna
Yeah.
bend them.
Yeah.
Do you have a Dremel tool by chance?
Oh yeah,
I would just like cut around that top
cut
piece
that
of
whole
that.
thing out.
Yeah, and cut it out, and then I'd cut it out a little bit oversized, and then just put some foam in there.
Yeah, there's all kinds of workarounds you
Yeah.
can use for that.
But
Okay, so-
I'm one of those guys. I look at things and I try to make everything better, or like whatever.
Yeah.
As soon as I would have seen that error, I would have been like, "No, cut that out."
When I
So can
close
ask
it, I
this
I
question?
have to line it up like
Hey,
that.
Roger.
Okay.
What's up,
And
Val?
then
So
There was-
Gavin Giant says the bands are to hold them together. Most jelly floppers are never straight. What does that mean?
Jelly floppers?
What's a jelly flopper?
I don't know.
jelly floppers. What's that?
Okay,
I thought
Gavin
maybe he was
Giant, I'm
talking-
not sure what you're saying, but
I thought he
it
was
sounded
talking
good.
about me, but
It sounded good, but I don't know what it means. I thought it was, that the bands are to hold them together. So maybe there are some bands. I don't know. I just thinking there was a term I didn't understand. How you doing, Roger?
see, I got the fly more
Not
What's
bad.
that?
Oh,
and
One more piece done.
oh.
there you
Oh,
go.
nice.
So what he said is jelly flopper is when the propeller moves around. Thank you. Thank you. Helicopter. Okay.
See,
Giant.
see, here's what he's
Thank you,
talking about.
Gavin.
You'll go to put them in and they flop around, and you get a pair of these. What you do is you line them up so that they're going across the body like that. Then you put one on one end, stretch it out, put the other one on the other
Let
end.
me see. Hold it up a little higher because I can't see it.
Okay, hang on.
I
put
I
those
tried
on.
Rogers.
I have a problem putting them in my case after.
Rogers.
Yeah,
got a-
what I did, Roger, is I took and worked it like this by taking my thumbs and pushing on it, stretching it like
Okay.
till I could get it in the way I wanted to, kind of like break it down just a little bit in there. And
Ah,
but see, when you have them on, Val, they hold the props straight across. They don't flop.
oh, yes. That looks good.
Here's before, and here is, you get them lined up, put one on, lined up, then you stretch it over the other motor.
I tried Rogers and I couldn't close the case.
Oh, nice.
See?
Huh.
So now I have them on both. And then what I did was I stretched it out enough so that I can take and
Hold it up a little more.
put it in, see?
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I'll
the
have to
lesson
work.
is don't be a jelly flopper.
Green Patches, how you doing? Nice to see you. Gavin Giant, hi. Tim Jackson, Paul. The JPC case for the Mini, you don't have to fold them, right? Am I right?
I don't know about for the Mini. I don't have a GPC case for the Mini. All I have is the GPC case that I just bought for the Air 2.
Okay. Oh, that's cool, Green Patches. Yeah, your boosted wing was a complete
'Cause-
success.
Because actually, I like this case, you know.
Yes, that looks nice.
It
But-
looks.
Also
it's-
rocket boosted wing.
I don't fly it, so what difference does
So
it make?
nice.
Well, Paul, I flew quite a bit today, so
Did you? All right, how you doing at it?
not bad, not bad.
It's getting better.
I tried to do a sunset tonight, but the colors weren't that fantastic tonight.
Sorry to hear that, Roger.
Oh, thank you, Green Patches. You like
The
that?
more you practice, the better you'll get, Roger.
Yeah.
So Roger, did you take your meds tonight?
Oh,
Tim would like to know.
I take my medicine only at nighttime around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Yeah, so today all the fire department was up my next door neighbors. That was because his tractor caught on fire.
Is what?
His tractor
Wow.
caught on fire in the field.
Yeah, but it's 1946. The tractor caught on fire.
That's not nice of you, Kim.
It's older than the hills, man.
Captain.
It was made in 1946. My God, man.
No, but it's still insured, so.
Ah,
You know what?
Insurance work, but it's
Sylvain-
still insured.
Sylvain holds on to everything, Roger.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like it.
well, they
Welcome,
if
Kim.
they total it out, they'll probably get him a 1947 as a replacement.
Could you imagine? So he has a vintage. I mean, he's running around on vintage stuff.
I
Yeah.
mean, this was old. I mean, real old.
It started fire. And he still has insurance, so that's a good thing, huh?
He was just, I only phoned the fire department to get fire extinguishers down here. That's all I needed. No, they came with 3 trucks. He says, 3 trucks and the whole crew. Yeah, but you know, it's out in the field, so in the field.
Well, and they don't know what they're going to get till they get there, you know.
That's
So
it.
I got a question. Could you use a 3D printer to make a case for your drones?
If you had the right dimensions and all that, I guess you could.
Sorry, what?
Could you do it off Access, Marcel? Could you print a box for like your Mavic Mini, your Spark, and all that with your?
Yeah.
Would it have like a clip and everything to it, or?
You could do whatever you want. It's just all of 3 CAD design.
Just
So
takes
whatever
time.
you design, you can print.
Yep. To print something that big, you're not going to do it in an hour, though.
If Paul just grabs his phone and he gets it in 2 days.
That's right.
That's right.
There are designs already out there for boxes, little cases for like tiny whoops and stuff like that, but nothing
Okay.
that I've seen for like a Mavic or anything like that.
Okay.
But that's pretty
Because I
big.
have one for a whoop. Jim made it for me, 616 drones.
Right.
He made me one and sent it to me. So I have that, but I was just thinking a lot of people buy cases, but maybe I didn't know.
Pelican
Well,
cases
Tim-
are expensive, and you could probably print one for like a quarter of the cost.
Right?
Tim Jackson, you're 100% right. The Mini, there's no way, and I think everybody would agree, to put that in any kind of a case, because just by the nature of how those props flop around, you want to secure them somehow.
I think it's
I wonder if Master Air Screw is going to come out with a replacement set that's a little bit more durable.
for the Mavic Mini.
Yeah,
Are
probably.
they really
heavier.
rubbery then?
Well, the thing of it is with the Mini, as everybody knows, they're just these little micro screws that go in there and screw them on there. And Master Air Screw, their expertise and forte is to have a quick connect. You know, you push down and turn it, and they don't have that on the Mini.
Like the Spark.
That's crazy. My Spark has that. Yeah, that's weird.
Yep. Yep. The Mini, they're individually 1 screw for every prop, 2 screws on every motor.
Because they're trying to
Damn.
be FPV.
And they're really small.
They're trying to be T motor.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been a better idea, a better design if they did what they followed with the Spark and used a push down and turn kind of
Yeah,
system.
that's what Tim Jackson just said too.
I bet you they were getting a lot of issues where people were losing props, maybe, or something. They had a bad design or something.
Well, and
That's
that
the reason why they
and what would scare me is if you were out in the field and you had to replace a prop because you still wanted to fly, screwing around with that little dicky screw out in the. I mean, I've seen
grass,
people,
right? In the grass.
I've seen people lose SD cards out there, let alone a screw that's
Yeah.
like the head of a pin, you know.
tie M2 screw, yeah.
I mean, unless they supply you with a magnet, say about this big, so that if you lose it, you can sort of go like this there with it and pick
Yeah,
it
but
up.
Go get your metal detector, Kim.
But my luck is, Kim, if I'm sure that it went here, it bounced and went way over there.
Way
So-
somewhere.
Guarantee it.
Oh
The
my
worst part
gosh.
is it's always the last place you look.
Yep. Yep.
The same with FPV. It crashed there. Look
And it-
25 to 50 feet further.
And I'm gonna give a little insight to you young whippersnappers.
Okay.
It
Paul.
with age, it doesn't get any better about
It
where
does
the hell
not.
this is or that is or
No,
Dude.
you're telling me. Oh, I
Oh
know
my
that.
gosh.
Young whippersnappers.
That's the one thing that I worry about when they have those small screws, because the one I'm building right now has this 2 little screws in each of the props. Certainly not a DJI product. I mean, I'm building it, so certainly not that. So I just keep thinking, why would they do that? Why would they make it where it's not like everything else where you screw them on? It just seems
see
better.
if you can you see the little tiny screws on the end of there? See them?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's
There's
sake.
my finger and there's the screws.
Yeah.
Oh,
What the hell, Paul?
You drop one of them on your floor and it's gonna bounce all the way into the living room.
Yep. Or even if you move around looking for it, you're liable to kick it into the
Magnet can
kitchen.
screw
You
it
know?
up. Ah, Gavin Giant. Okay.
Don't
Okay.
worry, a week from now you'll find it.
Yep.
Yeah. When you're
I got a couple
vacuuming,
of those
you
sitting
hear
around
it
on my
ding.
desk right now.
Oh, I wonder what that was.
Yeah.
Either a toenail from your dog or it was
Right,
a
for God's
screw.
So I'm thinking that maybe the Spark has some things that are better than the Mavic Mini.
That's why it's so stable. Because if
Mhm.
you took all the shit off the Spark, that damn frame is solid and heavy.
Well, the Spark's a little tank. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the Mavic Mini, what do you think? Because I haven't even felt one yet. I mean, I
Well,
haven't.
they feel a little flimsy, but I tell you what, I know several people that have bumped them into trees, had them fall down and stuff, and they just pick them up and fly them again.
Yeah.
I
Because
crashed
they-
my Spark the third week I had it into
Yep.
a waterfall area right beside on a cliff. Didn't
Oh.
hit the waterfall or anything, but it went into the cliff. I lost connection. It drifted off, smashed into the cliff. It stayed there overnight, plugged in and on and everything. I got there the next day when we rappelled down some ropes down this cliff to get it the next morning. And the next day it flew like it was nothing. Nothing
Yep.
happened.
Oh, wow.
And it was like getting wet. It was really wet when I got it.
Wow.
No issues.
Some people drive. I've seen videos where people have gone right in the water, and it was cascading on top of the Spark, and it was still flying, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
So on Facebook Marketplace, they have Sparks for like $325. That's about what they're running. Then
That's
you
a
have
great
the
deal.
Mavic Mini going for $399. Is that right?
Yep.
But the
So-
difference is, I believe, is I don't think the Spark is 4K where the other ones are.
Yeah. And the other thing is
Uh-huh.
that there is no collision avoidance whatsoever on the Mini, where the Spark has that little square thing on the front. At least,
Yeah,
And the bottom.
Yep.
3 sensors on the
When I
bottom.
was hovering around Roger's Mavic, the Spark was going ding 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 ding.
Just
the
literally
Mavic.
crazy. I did that one time flying my Spark with a bunch of buddies of mine, actually during that push for the cure thing that we do. And I was just testing it around and just goofing around, and the guy didn't know. He's like, "Oh man, cool drone."
Oh,
So I flew it right at him, and it went right towards him and stopped, like like a meter away. And he was like, "Whoa, man!" And you could hear it go beep beep, like just stop and just like.
Tim,
It was so
Tim,
cool.
the fact that you know how to fly, Tim, my advice, and I've given you this before, is save up a few more pennies, work a little harder at what you do, and get the Mavic Air 2.
Or sell a kidney.
Because for $900, well, in Canada it's
Do
more,
both.
but for $900, man, that baby flies just like a Mavic 2.
Yeah.
That's weird, because Roger dove that spark at me, and there was no stopping or ding ding ding. It just came like a missile at me.
You can take the collision avoidance off and on.
Is that when you were
So
telling
Somebody
them,
did.
not the throttle, not the throttle, and you're, as it goes straight
Bang,
up.
right into the balcony.
I was
Right,
coming in
like
at
this far from my freaking leg, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, how he was chuckling pretty good that day, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's the
We
all
same
have
to
thing when you
start
wrap it
somewhere.
around the hydro wire that goes across our yard.
Hey,
Hey,
Roger,
sparkle.
I can imagine, Roger, when that happened, you were thinking about all the times Kim pissed you off.
You broken, Kim? No, like, fuck. You're not gonna ask about me?
I
Yeah.
just, I
Yeah,
just
take
remember
names.
Kim going, not the throttle, not the throttle. It was funny.
Marcel, off axis, I've got multiple videos of Roger going for soft targets.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're really good at it,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
right, Roger?
I
You're really
almost
good at it.
left. I almost lost a man boob.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought it was nice of you when Roger bought you that new coat and you never looked at it and just put it on and it had a bullseye in the back.
Gosh, you know, Kim, we all go for Kim somehow. When
Yeah.
I did mine, and all of a sudden you heard everyone saying, Valerie, you're going over the street. I couldn't see anything because the camera was so high. All I could see was couldn't see any trees. So I tried to flip it or come back, and all of a sudden we heard, it's coming back. And all I heard
Everybody's
was
like
people
looking at this thing.
crashing all
And
around
all of a
me.
sudden, you see everybody scatter in different directions, you know, because Val's coming back down.
Went
Yeah.
through the trees. God, that was so much fun. Okay, with this bark, I can chase the birds in the paddock instead of running from them. Oh, that's Tim saying. Oh my God.
Here comes another one down, the Menominee.
Wow, that's just a
Phenomena?
never-ending thing.
What?
Say-
What did you say?
Nope, nope. Kim.
Oh, sorry.
Kim.
That's the Menominee, not the.
What?
What did you say,
My,
Kim?
my taxes.
Uh,
No, you guys are so bad. I finally got that damn song out of my head.
We can put it back in really easy.
Now it's gonna be back. Kim, you're being so mean.
Uh-oh. Off axis? You have mute, right?
I love this
Oh,
song.
no.
Dude. This
Is
is
he
where I
getting-
came on here, man.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Phenomena. Doo, 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 doo. Phenomena. Doo, 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 doo. Phenomena. Doo, 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 doo. Phenomena.
Sorry.
Kim, paybacks are hell. I mean, I'm just saying. Because now I got that song in my head again. And I just got it out. It stayed there for 2 days.
Shall we implant it a little more? Phenomena.
No.
Doo,
No.
doo, doo, doo.
Ah,
Phenomena. Doo, 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 doo. Phenomena. Doo, 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 doo.
Everyone's got their own thing.
they all got their own thing. That's for sure.
This is YouTube. Everybody has
Oh my
talent.
God.
So
So,
funny
Paul,
story. If you want
go
to check this out, I was actually working on a Vancouver film production where we're using that exact song, but not the Muppets. We were going to use like pictures of Vancouver and this homeless guy appearing out of different places all over Vancouver. While beautiful drone shots and stuff like that is involved. It'd be kind of fun. We're halfway through making it, so.
Did you know Off Axis was in a couple films?
Yeah, Val's mentioned that.
Yeah, you saw that, Kim.
Wow.
Were you sleeping?
Damn, man.
Hey, everybody. Check out those little icons beside the names there. If you want to get an icon like that, go check on Val's channel. It's called Join. Check on their homepage. It's $1.99, I think it is, or $5. I don't know how much it is a month.
There are a couple different ones on. I think I'm going to lower those, but there's one for $2.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
that's the one I'm telling people to do, because
Yeah,
if you do it for $2, only $2 a month, and then I'll figure out some perks and things to do.
Yeah. It helps out well also because things are getting expensive also down there. Well, everywhere really.
Everywhere.
Well,
It's a
I
great channel.
didn't tell you, I found 2 ribeye steaks for $11 at Fred Meyer's today.
Oh, nice.
They're never that cheap. And they've been selling at Costco their steaks for like $18.99 a pound.
Yeah. I admit.
So I thought I'm never going to get another steak to put in the 45 vinyl. Yeah, you know, I'm getting help on changing those little icons pretty soon. Hey, Phantom Hodges, how are you?
Phantom Hodges.
And I'm showing my age. LOL, yes, you are. The dollar with the queen's head on it is funny. Ah,
Yeah, the loony.
yeah, that's Canadian, isn't it?
Is
The loony.
Giant Canadian?
The Queen is loony? What?
Oh my God. I got such a kick out of that. Yeah, they're my favorite steak too. Ribeyes are my favorite. Because you go over there and you call them loonies. I thought, why would you call them a loony? That's what we call
loonies.
people who.
The reason why they call it the loony because it has a picture of a
Two
loon.
loons in the back.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense because I thought you shouldn't be calling yourself loonies.
Well, you know.
But then we took that and we put it, because it's 2 of them, we call it now a toonie for the $2, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Loony, and then we call it the toonie.
So if you get a
Because it's
toonie
2
sandwich,
loonies, but not
it's
2
tuna.
loonies.
Can I have a
Not a
toonie
toonie
sandwich?
sandwich.
I
Toonie.
like tuna. It just gives me a headache. Oh yeah.
Can I get a pop for a toonie?
Huh?
Can I get a pop for a toonie, eh?
Eh?
I try
Don't you know?
I try to avoid saying that A word because it gives it away.
Use it
Really?
when the appropriate time comes, that's all.
Now,
But
once
it's
in a
good.
while,
It's a good
might
thing.
slip
It's
out,
good.
but-
You- That's good. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. Is that okay?
Yep.
My
I
grandson's here, so I'm
yeah,
gonna
no
go
choice,
take a
right?
check.
Well, Gavin
Hey,
Giant.
Val, does he make coffee? I'll get the adoption papers.
Whereabouts does Gavin Giant live?
In the foothills.
In the foothills?
My daily flyer.
Another toy, man.
I crash this thing probably 3 times a day, and it still gets up and flies, no problem.
Oh, you can. Oh, where's
The iFlight IX2 Micro, 2.5 inch, with full speed stack inside, and a Fox ear camera. First time having a Fox ear camera. I don't mind it actually.
Some of them are really good.
Yeah,
They take a hell of a punishment.
I do 2-blade and 3-blade on this thing, and it rips great, and it sounds awesome.
So what is that? 3 or 4S?
I run 3S on it.
3S?
Yeah, I run like a 500 or 525 on it, but it's 1404s, so it's beefy motors.
Was it Ice Hat FPV? His quad can only handle 3S, and he was flying 4S here, and he was liking it.
Yeah,
He's
one more
a
punch.
daredevil, man. And he lives in Sherbrooke, 30 minutes
cool.
from here.
Yeah.
Sure, Beck.
He had a great time. He was tearing that poor drone of mine to. Oh man, we put it in the tree a couple times. We had a battery failure, I guess from the vibration. Some of those connectors, when you push them in, they're really sloppy and they can slide out. So we had a failure, and it ditched into the ground and snapped the camera off the top and threw that. And
Wow.
Paul,
it was
I
great.
filled around with that camera outdoors today with my phone and everything for about 2 hours. I was getting really frustrated. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now it tells me to put my Wi-Fi in it. So I put my Wi-Fi in it. It's WPA2, yada yada yada. So finally another screen comes up, says this device is not compatible with your Wi-Fi at all. We do not. It does not take YPA2. Son of a beep 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 beep. After 2 hours of working on it.
Well, can't you still shoot with it and take the card out? Oh, you're talking about the one that's hanging up.
Yeah, the one that's outdoors right now. It's not compatible at all with my Wi-Fi. Which is find another Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, like I'll take anybody's Wi-Fi and put it on there.
All of it's the same around here. That Wi-Fi.
But it says it's not compatible with the WPA2 or the WPA.
So you just got to go into the settings and switch it from English to French.
There you go.
I almost pitched my phone across the wall when after 2 hours of working on that.
Violence and electronics are not good.
Oh, the blossoms are in bloom. Great. I
Roger,
love those kind of pictures. Fantastic.
Roger, you called and talked to the company, didn't you?
No, I sent them an email, and they sent me an email back that says, upload this app. It takes this app absolutely. So I took that app. It's called UC, YOOC,
Weird.
So I did that, and at the end it says, no, we are not. This device is not compatible with your Wi-Fi.
Wow.
So okay. Then I had to unplug it from the internet, then replug it back to the internet, then unplug it and replug it again. Set on the reset button. Do this, do that. Run upstairs, unplug it, do this, get the numbers.
Pat your head and rub your tummy.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my God.
Gavin Giant, it's not easy to see those little flags on a tiny little emblem there, man. Sometimes it's hard to make out whose pictures are what on there.
I know, Enterprise. We love having Paul on us.
Yes, it's a lot different here, Giant, Gavin. Yeah. Our French Quarter is a lot different than Quebec. The French Quarter in France is a lot different than here in Quebec.
Yeah.
And Quebec will be Quebec. I detest the French from France. Sorry, but that it is.
Well, I mean, it's just
What?
different.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, off that subject.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay you because we have French people from France that come in here.
Yeah, I know.
Bad, Roger.
Man, when I mean, I had a French teacher in school, and they had to take me out of that class because I told them I refused to talk French Parisian. I rather talk Quebec French.
Because you're a rebel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rebel with a quad.
He doesn't fly FPV.
Yeah.
Still has a quad.
Thank you.
I'd be
Paul.
terrified if he was flying a
Quad is a drone.
4.5-inch.
It says Furball Kim, was that you flying the Mini earlier?
Rolling this together.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, shut down tonight. And,
Was that you flying the Mini? No, he wasn't flying the Mini.
no, I was filming Roger flying the Mini with a Spark.
Yeah, there you go. Bob and Doug McKenzie show. Yeah, that's it. Okay, thank you so much. I keep on forgetting their names, and I used to look at that a lot.
Just do what my uncle always did. My French uncle, he called everyone Charlie. Too many family members, man. I grew up with 10 nieces and nephews and 16 cousins and 3 sisters and a brother.
Wow.
Huge French family, all in Quebec. Magog.
Magog
in Ontario and Cambridge.
I was born in Lennoxville, so not too far from Magog.
Nice.
So guys, really quick, I want to remind you that Len's father, they did a movie on him during his World War II, the Battle of the Bulge and all that. And it is on YouTube. And so Paul put the connection up there. So it might be a really good movie to watch when you go through Memorial Day.
Thank
And
you.
that-
Have it on my
Yep.
And
Facebook.
to me, I like it because I think it reminds us that this is not a time where anyone's taking your freedom, because these boys fought for what we have. And it's just a really moving story. So when they say put your mask on, put your damn mask on. Okay, I'm done. Just saying.
Yeah, for anybody that hasn't watched it, it really is. It isn't a fluffy video.
Yeah.
No.
It made me cry too, Tim Jackson. It did. That man did some, and all the boys did. They all
Yep.
stepped up to the plate. It was
Yep.
not a good plate to be at. It was horrible, but they did it.
And they
I-
made that movie about a year before he died.
yeah.
And he died
So-
just a little over a
And it
year.
only lasts an hour. It's not like you're sitting there eating popcorn for 5 hours getting
Yeah.
fat.
Some people's excuse, it's like, it's hard to breathe. It's all this thing, this, that, and this and the other. But in all reality, like, it's kind of like the same thing people had with helmets for biking and skateboarding and stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it doesn't look cool. It's like, well, okay, we'll just put some like fancy little designs on it, some flowers for you. Oh, I'll wear that. Oh, I'll wear that. Now you can't even buy them. You can't even buy them anymore.
Coffee is coming through. Oh, it's not coffee. It's a drink. Thank you, Kevin.
What, did you want coffee?
Oh, hey, Val.
Yeah.
Val, does your grandson make coffee?
No.
Oh, because I got adoption papers here in the drawer. I don't know.
You can, yeah, I know, right? If you make coffee, you'd be living here. Kevin's living here. Kevin makes coffee. You gotta have your lines in the sand. No, I just tell you, when people don't want to wear masks, and a lot of them don't, I just say they're doing it. They're wearing them not to save themselves, but to save other people. When I
Yeah.
wear mine, I wear it to make sure you don't get anything I have. If I have anything, that is nice.
There you go. What do you got?
R2D2.
That is called the Octoport. That goes on the side of R2D2.
Ah,
Oh, did she blind
Oh.
now? Yeah, my sister made them for me and sent them to me.
well, the sad part of it is, Val, is it's hard for people to actually get masks. They're not everywhere. If you go to order one now on
Oh, they're hard
Amazon,
here.
you might get it by the 1st of July.
Yeah, they're hard here to get to. But I went and bought mine, so I have to
It
hang
fits.
tired.
They got
Right.
them in all the stores now for like $4. They got them and they have the other things. So, and if you really just can't get them, let me know. I'll sew you up one.
It fits, huh?
Not hard. May not save you from anything, but I'll sew it.
Oh, that's cool, Phantom Hodges. It's nice to hear that. Look what he's got.
Uh-oh.
Competition on the rise.
What was that? Show me. Was that Tickle Me Elmo? No, that's not Elmo.
That looks like
But if
baby.
you can guess, if you can guess who it is, you get free pizza.
Is it
That looks like
Monster?
baby. That looks like baby therapy down.
Oh my God. What
If
is
you
that?
watch Rick and Morty, you'll know who this is.
Oh, I don't watch Rick and Morty. I don't even know what that is.
The Meeseeks.
Oh. So no
Yeah,
Pete
blind.
for me.
So what a
yeah.
Meeseeks is
Yeah.
on this stupid little video, Rick and Morty, if you ever watched it. Meeseeks is something where it's this little device where this guy presses a button and this thing appears and it can do whatever you ask it to do. Say you want a better swing at golf, or you want to be able to type faster or something. It will like be your like tutor or something, or like your coach to like help you get better at this certain thing. And if you
Oh,
can't
wow.
get better at it with its thing, it dies, and it dies a bad death because it can't help you finish this problem. So in this Rick and Morty universe, this guy can't figure out how to figure out this golf swing. So they keep pressing the button to get more of these Meeseeks, and they take over this area, and it just becomes this crazy episode. If you haven't checked it out, it's kind of funny. So it's kind of like if you can't figure something out, it's your guy to push. So that's why I bought it. It was only like $1 on Amazon. So
Oh, well, Destination Chronicles said Smurfy therapy doll.
Yep.
Looks like me when I was young, Tim. Nice.
Mantis Hodges drone says, "Hey Roger, my drone made it out of Mississauga and arrived in London, so it's closer."
Yeah.
Good.
London, Canada or London, England?
Ah,
London, Ontario.
Oh,
Must be because it said Mississauga.
Because the Canadian Postal Service is holding all parcels coming in for 14 days. Because they say the bacteria lives on cardboard and stuff like this
And clothing.
up to 14 days.
Mhm.
So they
now they're
must,
coming out saying it doesn't live that long, this virus. So they don't know what they're saying anymore.
No, they're just guessing, but they're better to guess a longer term period than they are a shorter term period, right?
Yeah, and then have it everywhere.
I mean, when you get it anyways, you open it up and as soon as you're finished playing with it, I put it in the sun so the UV rays can kill any germs that are on the inside of the package of the product. And then I go wash my hands and a few days later I go and handle the like
Oh, you're washing your hands? They didn't tell
something
us
like this,
that.
you know, I handle something like
They
this.
told us to lick
I'll
our
leave it in the
fingers.
sun.
Like a cat.
You know, I kind of grew up with like the whole theory of George Carlin, where like the only way you're going to get over all this kind of stuff is being immune to all of it and just, you know, not overly washing your hands with a lot of sanitizer and stuff like that, and keeping to yourself, but being smart, right? Like, you're not
Right.
going to go licking the telephone pole or the playground set or anytime soon, but I mean, just be wary of what you're touching.
Yeah, what we don't need is a generation of bubble boys.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Because then the next virus will just wipe us out, period, because we'll be just stuck here with sanitizer and disinfectant and thinking that we're going to be okay from this one.
Everybody be walking around on one of those giant beach bubbles, you know, the ones that they used to climb inside them and you could just walk around there and it's, you know.
It is kind of fun.
I actually rode one of those downhill once in Ontario. It was the best
did
time.
you?
Ever.
Throw up.
It was the best time ever. No, it was so much fun. Made me dizzy, but man, it was fun.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been splatter all on the inside, man. It would have been real nasty.
Well, it's water and air inside of the ball that I was in, so it was pretty safe.
So if you have
Oh
a
my gosh.
swamp gas problem, it'd be like dangerous, right?
A swamp gas problem.
You mean an internal
I
swamp?
think if you
gas?
had a swamp gas
Like,
problem
yeah,
anywhere,
like-
you'd have a problem.
Like that kind of swamp gas, you know, if you're really, and then you start lighting something or smoking or something like that.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't want a hot box and air bubble, that's for sure.
like a
Oh my gosh. Oh
mini
my
explosion in
Need all the
there.
oxygen you can get in there.
gosh. Oh my God.
Well, did you
I
ever
just
see
see
that
him
movie
trying to
Rocket
run away
Man
from
when
whatever
he farted in
his
his
body's
sleep?
doing.
I can't see in here. Let's light a match.
My eyes are burning. Help!
Anyway,
Oh my God.
Did you ever see that movie Rocket
yeah.
Man? That idiot was attached by a tether to his friend who had a problem with his oxygen running out.
oh, that one, yeah. I
And
think
he
I see that
gassed
one.
in his suit, and you see that giant bubble start moving along the tube to his friend there.
No, I missed that. Or it's been a while.
Oh my God.
That was funny as hell, man.
Oh my God. So guys, it's already past 7. We're overtime. I just wanted to say thank you guys for coming in. Tim, Gavin, Phantom, Destination, Flying Now, everybody. If I missed you,
Jackson,
it's not
Found
intentional. Make sure you check out Off Access, his channel. Go and look at it. It has everything we talked about tonight is in there, and I know you're going to want to see it. I also put Kim's link up in here, so make sure you guys go look at that too. And vigilant, ladies and gentlemen, and bless you too, Gavin. Thank you guys so much. If everyone in the panel just wants to stay for a second, I'm just going to go ahead. Does anyone want to say, oh yeah, and check out that movie? You won't be disappointed. Okay. Anybody want to say goodbye? Hey, Playing Now.
I just want to
Hi,
share one
everybody.
thing before we go, if you don't mind.
Yes, go ahead.
I think you all will love it because it's actually a funny clip. See if I can work it right. Oh no, I disabled share screen. No, it's okay. Another time. I'll share it to you.
Okay.
Now's-
privately.
Distorted FPV, how you
Take
doing?
care.
Okay. Okay.
Bye,
We'll
everybody.
see you next
Bye,
time.
Oh,
everybody in the chat.
distorted.
Bye, guys. Hey,
Hey,
Distorted. Good night.